So I have started the recording.
Okay. Well, so um, I would like to show or do presentation how to do the if statement and also or right as well. Um, First, I would like to start doing the if 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 statement. So I will just copy this because um, I have it in mind already. So I will copy. Uh, I copied this right here and the final res result. So it's like it's my class that I have to find out who passed the exam and who failed the exam and needed to repeat for next term or next semester, like for next term. Um, Before COVID-19, I had an opportunity to teach um, an English level one for basic, and so the the final score is the final score is 103 scores, and I have to divide it by two. So as I divide it by two, you can see right here, um, I took K5 divided by 2 because I have to find out like the half scores, like, so it came out 51.5 for divided by 2. So I will do the if um, open parenthesis, and then I will click on score, and I have to do the less than, and then I will click on divide by 2, and I have to anchor right here, and I will put comma, and um, open this one, and I will put file and close the quote, and I put comma again, and I will put right here as a pass, and close the quote, and close parenthesis. I will enter it. So as we have seen, um, the student named Yan Tida is a female, and she got 100.5 score. So I will click all, and we can see that there are there, there are 8 students passed the exam, and there are 3 did not pass the exam. So according to the if statement, I can find out easily by doing the formula or fraction to see who passed the exams and who did not. Okay, and then if I want, and also after I did with if statement, I will show how to do the error, um, show how to do the formula errors as well. So as we see, all what we have learned from the video, it's like if we put equal and just like do random thing. Um, the student name, um, plus female female something and we add more again like this and like this, it will show us the volume, because it is it just show us that, oh, we probably like did something wrong, or there is a wrong spelling, or there is like,
Yeah,
or there is a wrong formulas. That would
yeah.
be
That
it.
actually means that for mathematical operations, you can't add text. You can't
Yeah.
add text. We operations had to do with numbers, not alphabets. And so because what we were trying to add are texts, and that is why it's giving that error.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, so this is what I have learned from this week so far about the if statement and formulas errors.
Okay.
So okay, that is, yep, that's my presentation.
All
Okay.
right. Well
So
done.
do you have any comments you would like to share with me that I need to do more about this as well?
No, I think you got it all covered. Um, your condition was correct. You got the right information that you wanted. For the if statement, as I said earlier, that the main thing is you need to know what you want to achieve, and then that
Mm-hmm.
would help you write the condition in your if statement or your if function. And so the basic thing in this case, you wanted um, to uh, use that was the number you have, which is the divided by 2. That was your cutoff mark. And so anything below that is false, and any number at, exact and then and above is a pass. And so you just have to write your condition to meet that figure that you put there. That if whatever figure is in the cell is less than what you have here, then it should be a false. Otherwise, it is a pass. And that is exactly what you did. And so you just basically need to know what you want, and then you write the condition. You put the right operators in it so that you get the exact
Okay.
thing you want it to do for you.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Well, I will stop sharing my screen, and here's your turn.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So okay. So can you see my screen all right?
Oh yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. So this is the raw information that I have, and now I was considering the fact that that is for there's a rough inventory for the company that I work with. Um, we teach robotics, and then we have so many equipment that we work with. We have the Vex IQ kit that we work with. We have the Lego Mindstorm EV3 kit. We have the um, snowflakes. We have so many diverse equipments that we work with. But then I just picked a few to work with. And so the idea was supposing we have so much um, inventory. For
Okay.
instance, we have about say 2,000 different pieces that we need to account for. And then maybe you wanted to know the quantity of a particular piece out of the lot that we have. It will be very difficult for you to be scrolling all the way through the 2,000 list of inventory that you have. But then if there was a way you could query your database so that it easily pops up to give you the information on a particular product that you want, that would be so much easier. And so that was why I used the lookup. So I will just repeat that here. Again, I've already done that, but I would repeat it here. Again, for the demonstration's sake. Sorry, I was doing something else. Great. So we have quantity. Okay. So this is going to be our input. That is the yellow shaded portion over here. And so, as I said earlier on, in case I wanted to see the manufacturer or which company made the robot brains that we are using, and then how many pieces of that we have available in our stock or as inventory. Scrolling through the whole thing can be sometimes so much work to do. And so with the VLOOKUP, you can easily use that. You type in the name of the parts that you want, and then it gives you the other information that is needed. And so to do that, let's first look at the make. So we have our VLOOKUP. So the lookup value is this because this is where we are going to be entering our information. So that is where the lookup value is going to be. And I lock that up, comma, I go to the next item. Now the table array. So I go to the database and then I select the entire thing. Now I just added some extra cells and then lock it up. Now this is just so that it will be able to capture future inventory that will be added to the list. So I add a comma and then it is asking for the column index number. Now, what do I want this particular cell to tell? Like what information do I want to get from the database that I have? Okay, so from the formula that I am putting in, I want to know the make of the product that I'm looking for. Now, when we look at the database we have here, the make is in the second column. Now, this is the first column, the second, and the third. So the column index for what I want is 2. So I just put in a 2, then a comma, and then the last thing is asking for is a lookup range. Now it is asking if I want an exact match for the item I'm looking for, or it could. Now, if I use the approximate, it could give me wrong figures, or it might give me something which probably looks like what I'm looking for, but it's not the actual thing. That will give me wrong information. And because I want precise information, I will have to go for false, which gives me the exact match. Close the parentheses, and then I have an NA. Now that is because I've not keyed any information yet. So let's look at the robot brain. Oops, looks like I have a problem here. Okay, so I think I've identified where the problem is. Let's take that off and then it's fixed. All right, so this is the make of the robot brain. Now let's do that for the quantity of a robot brain. Now, instead of having to type the whole formula again. I've already done this here, so I just copy that and paste it in here. So what I have to do is I just edit the formula so that it gives me the information that I want. Now, the only thing I need to change here is the column index that I want. In other words, what information do I want displayed? I want the number of pieces for that particular um, uh, product that I'm searching for. And in here, it is the third column. So I go back to my formula. Now over here, we have a 2. So I just change that to 3, representing the third column. Press enter. And then it gives me the quantity for the robot brain. And so that is how this the VLOOKUP works. Now, for instance, if I want to know the make and then the quantity of standoffs that we have, I just type in the name standoffs and I do that, and then it changes the information. Now you see that the make for the standoff is also vex, and then the quantity is 150. Earlier on, just like what we have here, we have the robot brain, and then it has 5 pieces. However, for the standoff, we have 150 pieces. Now, the only challenge I have with the VLOOKUP is that it doesn't kind of give you an autofill when you are typing something similar to your reference where you are referencing it from. And so if you make a little mistake in what you're searching for instance, you have a standoffs. If I take off the S and I enter, it gives me error that is not applicable. In other words, standoff is not in my inventory. If you look here, there's an S attached to it. And so because I'm looking for an exact match, it doesn't give me that information. But then if there was something that probably as you are typing in the name of the product, it could quickly go through the database and then suggest that, okay, this is what you are trying to type. If that is it, you just enter and then it gives you the information. But well, I don't know if that will be done later in the future, but as it stands now, that is how it is. So we just have to work with that. See if I can look for something else. Let me try before P shaft. Great. So this is also the make is EV3 and then the quantity is 6. And so that is how the VLOOKUP works. It quickly helps you query your database and then gives you information of what you need. It's as applied everywhere in the financial sector, the health sector, wherever. This is a very quick way for you to query your database and then get vital information that you need. So that is it for the VLOOKUP. I don't know if you have any questions or any suggestion want to bring up.
Okay, I think I don't have any questions so far, and this is good to see you like do this demonstration, and it's like kind of help me to understand how to do it as well.
Okay, okay. I'm glad it helped. Okay, so
Yeah.
I think
So I think this week.
yeah, so that is it for a demonstration. And as I said, we would have to include the spreadsheets into the, I mean, when we post the recording as well, so that it can be referenced. So.
Mhm. Okay. Well, thank you.
And thank you also for waking up early so we can have the meeting.
It's okay. Just well, it is time for you to go to bed.
Yeah.
After
So
this.
yeah. So you enjoy your day while I also get some sleep.
Yeah, so enjoy your sleep as well.
All right then. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much too.
All right then. Bye bye.
Goodbye.